desalination plant that utilizes the powers of
with the proliferation of science and technology.
Hi everyone, it's a great day. So today we're going to discuss 5 challenges faced by entrepreneurs. 1, finding good employees. Now, this is number 1 on the list because a business is not a business. It cannot operate, it cannot survive without its employees because they carry out the basic day-to-day operations of that business. And the employees who are inspired, who are reliable, who are at the very least competent enough to carry out the various roles and duties that the job requires. So it's important to find employees who are inspired, rope them into the vision, and it is your duty in the onboarding process to ensure that employees understand the vision of the company and that they too align these visions with their personal goals and professional goals in some sense, because this will then allow or propel that employee to want to participate, to want to put in the work. It is hard to find employees who are reliable. Business owners are very understanding. You can say something to them when something is wrong or something is off, or if you have to deal with something, that's something that anybody can understand. But there are instances when employees fail to carry out the basic due diligence. Liability also in the sense punctual for meetings. Alright, so I decided to just take a little bit of break. So where were we? Competence. So employers need competent employees. I mean, that's a bit straightforward. There are different duties that you employ people to carry out based on how job market is, and I mean our cultural reality. Number of people, students who are at the university level, even students with a degree, they are still not able to carry out basic tasks. Like some lack competencies in Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, Excel. Some are not able to write a good letter, business emails, the things we have to go through. The second challenge that employees face, funding. So this is a big deal because a business cannot run without money. It is that you're starting, especially, you need some amount of capital to get your projects, your programs, basically your idea off the ground. And there are limited opportunities for businesses to get funds unless you're going to take a business loan, which in terms of getting grants, it's very competitive, entering competitions to win some money to kind of help your company very competitive. Number 3 will be the market. The difficulty lies in defining your market, your target audience. Or let us look at the market space in general. So once it's a very competitive space, especially if it is that you want to enter into an industry that is almost very saturated. Industry being saturated isn't a bad thing. That means that this is a service that a lot of people need. So for example, taxi service, a taxi company will always make money. Because even now, I'm pretty sure some of you watching this, you've had experiences when you're trying to call On Time or El Shaddai and you can't get any taxi. So taxis are always in demand. There are some essential services that, once you go into these businesses, once you start a company in these industries, in these fields, you're just bound to be successful, right? In terms of competition, companies have to learn to position themselves to be very competitive. So you have to look at your pricing strategy. You have to look at your marketing strategy. You have to look at how your brand is being viewed by your customers, how you can enhance your brand. What is it that you can do to create or stand out amongst your competitors. You have to think along those lines when it is that you have a business and you're in an industry that's saturated. In terms of market, so companies struggle to find the right market. You have an idea, you have a solution for a problem, and when it is that you develop or conceptualize a product or the service that is created to solve this problem, you end up overpricing or mismatch when it comes on to your market, or sometimes you're not even sure who exactly your market is. So you need to define your market. And one tip I can give to entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs who are watching is defining your audience is very important, and there's no product that is for everybody. Okay, there's no product that it is for the general public. Even if you're selling water, there's some people who don't drink bottled water. So in Jamaica, you cannot go to country, deep rural country, and try to sell those people who are getting pure spring water out of the rock to buy your bottled water. Ensure that you define your audience. Try to look at the demography of your audience. You want to know the age, your target market, of lifestyle your target market enjoys, and you also want to know what is the average salary of your target market so that you're better able to price your products, because they're not going to be buying these things if they're too expensive. Next thing now, the mentorship. So mentorship is important as entrepreneurs. There is nobody in this world who was born with all the knowledge that they need to succeed. It's important for you to garner industry knowledge from industry leaders, people who have been operating in the industry for a far longer time than you. It's also important to talk to people outside of your industry just for basic and general business knowledge, because there are standard principles of running a business no matter what industry you are in, and so somebody operating in a totally different industry from you can actually be of great assistance. Ask for their advice. Can be perhaps for your marketing, your accounting, your basic operations. How can you cut costs? So the fifth point, hashtag misses. Multiple revenue streams. Start out with one product or one service. In order to build business resilience, you need multiple revenue streams. To employ innovation, you have to also understand how best it is that you can diversify your products and services. You don't want to go outside of your scope, but at the same time, you don't want to rely on one product or one service. And if you're going to develop a new product or service, you need to do proper research and ensure that you're pricing this product or service well. Also ensure that research as regards to what target audience this is geared towards, because your company usually caters to teenagers, your efforts to diversify your offerings, you cannot offer a service that is geared towards adults. It just means that you'll have to employ a different kind of marketing strategy for that product or service. And so it's important for business owners or entrepreneurs to do research, talk to the people on the ground, seek advice. And I know hiring competent and reliable employees might be difficult. I wish you guys the best. So see you next time, where we'll talk about how is it that entrepreneurs can overcome all of these challenges. What are the different innovative strategies that can be employed to win in entrepreneurship? Stay tuned.